Let me at him!
Well, there it is. Welcome to Curse of the Forsaken, Chapter 9, Hour of the Forsaken. 2 days later, the Alliance and Horde prepare to face the next looming obstacle on their quest to destroy the Lich King, Angrafar the Wrathgate, a formidable wall guarding the entrance to Icecrown. Meanwhile, back at the lair, the Forsaken and Blood Elven forces have been cut off from their allies by Kel'Thuzad. Though Sylvanas still I'm going to say it. Oh, I haven't said Faramafras yet. Although though Sylvanas still has the Valkyr's deed to fulfill. Ufa, he told me that there must always be a Lich King. That without one of the Scourge would wash over our world like locusts, with no one to restrain and guide them. So we must make a sacrifice? We must. Someone must. Well, I want to do the stupid voice with this, but I was getting complaints before. So hard to resist. But who should make the sacrifice? I don't know. But we have no more time to waste. We need to prepare for the assault. Should we not wait for reinforcements? The Forsaken and Blood Elven forces have been cut off from ours by the Scourge. I do not expect it will take them much time to clear the river crossings. The Banshee Queen. We cannot trust the likes of her, Farisa. Sylvanas is... She is still my sister, King Ferion. We can trust her to be true in this quest, this assault on Arthas, which is exactly why we cannot trust her. You did not see what she kept in her dungeons. I would not ally myself with her. But if we fail here, all of our people and our kingdoms will fall. Do you not see? We cannot be choosy in our allies. Arthas must be stopped, whatever the cost. Whatever the cost. You may be right in that. Arthas must be stopped, I agree, but we cannot lose ourselves, as he has lost himself. I will not stand at her side, for the Dark Lady is no better than the master whose leash has slipped. Farisa, I do not believe anything of your sister you knew is left. Let us move. While I cannot bring myself to trust her, Farisa, we cannot afford to bicker among ourselves while the Lich King rallies his forces. If you really believe Sylvanas could be an ally, then do what you must. But know that we will be watching her every move. Speak then. What do we have to do to gain your allegiance? Our people were once masters of this land, Dark One. We had once been a noble warrior people, but now that has since changed. Ymeron, our king, has sold the vehicle to be servants, to be a foreign conqueror he has referred to as a death god. We speak, of course, of the Lich King. What we may ask of you now is simple. Put our people to rest and you shall be justly rewarded. Do this for me and mine, Dark One, and my sisters, and I shall fight alongside you. Your thirst for something will be quenched. Very well, we will grant your people peace in death. Something we were not granted. Oh, Sylvanas. Always bitching. Okay, so I got Sylvanas and the traitor. Phalan, I think. Phalan. Oh, okay, I don't control these. I do control this base though. We have a graveyard and we have some units by the looks of it. So let's pull those over. Oh, we got these units as well. Okay, let's drag everything. Hotkey all that. Have a quick look. Destroy the vehicle bases. Outbreak spawns 4 maggots after an abomination. So let's see if we can go for abominations then, shall we? Save this. Oh, wow, look at that. I just started noticing all of this. Nice little art styles for Warcraft 3. Okay, so our Haunted Keep is good. We've got our barracks. We can fill up a little bit on food for the time being whilst we're tacking up. We're going to want Altar of the Dark Lady. Get a couple of peasants so they can build. And let's have a look. I think if we come down below, because you can either go left and up towards this base. Those Blood Elves are on our side by the looks of it, but are they actually? I guess they are. At least for the time being they are. They don't seem to be an opponent, so I will head low down and see how we get on. If you want to build the altar, get going with that. And we'll keep having a look around this area and see what we can pick off. Aha! Mammoth Riders. The very same. I don't have Poison Arrow, Black Arrow researched yet. So you got Shadow Bolt. Let's just chuck one of those Shadow Bolts there. You're getting a little bit injured now. So if you pull back, you pull back. These actually do a little bit of damage, these guys. I could use my ultimate, I suppose. I may as well get that in there. You're not doing... I can't actually pull you back now because you're stunned. I see how it is. Well, let's keep going. And now that altar should be almost finished. Keep getting the Dark Rangers for now. Got a lot of Banshees. We're just going to A-move into that. I'm not going to worry so much about microing like I typically try to do, because I don't think it's such a big issue in campaign levels. It's probably better to just macro more than anything. So Sindragosa, we might want to kill Sindragosa. Looks like they are my allies, the Blood Elves. So if we go for upgrades on the tank side of Abominations and the damage side of Dark Rangers, so we can have Dark Rangers with Poison Arrows and Abominations. And maybe some sort of level of healing support. I will still micro to some degree because it's just in my blood, but typically it's not really worth too much effort. Put a healing salve on these two tanky guys because they'll be useful to me when they can come back. You still got some mana left for some bolts, so we can focus you down with a bolt. Also chuck another bolt at this guy as well. Actually, not necessary. He'll go down before he's even worth the bolt. Oh, hang on a second. Speaking of that, he did almost manage to get a kill there, so he did all right there. Could have done quite a bit of damage there, actually. He did okay for himself. Okay, let's get some farms, because we're always going to want those, basically. When are we not? We're still just pushing through here. You guys can come in now, because there's only basically this left. So let's have a look. How are we doing? That's our army. That's a 5, that's a 3, that's a adder. Yep. Strange how I'm getting pings. So the Alliance over here are allied apparently, but I guess they're trying to see what we're up to. So I don't know whether we're going to end up betraying the Alliance in this campaign, although to be fair I have played a little bit. That's a cheeky ghoul, isn't it? Got in there quickly, didn't he? Got some good range damage raining down on these ghoulios. And the skeletons are just going to keep on putting pressure. Dark Castle, so what can we build aside from what we've already built so far? Temple of the Dam, that's good for the Banshees and Apothecaries, so we kind of wanted that, and we wanted Slaughterhouse for the, well, for the Abominations.
Yes. There is no rest left for me. I await your command. We are the force.
Let's carry on exploring. Not exactly sure where Sindragosa would be at. I'm sure I'll come across her shortly enough though. Now do I want to push into this base? What's my mission? My mission is to destroy the Fear Core bases. So that's here and up here. So rather than try to barge my way through this base, I'm just going to pull back for now. Because I think maybe I don't need to go that way. I typically always push myself towards directions which don't actually need to be dealt with. So let's get Temple of the Damned for you as well. Oh yeah, we got the tank, but we're getting the Abominations for tanking. If we get one more worker, that'd be handy. Dark Orb, we don't need that. Plague Flask, throws a Plague Flask at a unit and releases a plague that infects that unit and all units near it. It does damage over time to units and lasts 15 seconds. Don't know if that hurts your own units as well though. Okay. Well, he's just about hanging in there, isn't he, at the top there? Anyway, let's carry on having a gander around here. So we've got our Abominations. They're going to be good to go soon. So we upgrade the Disease Cloud and then work on some Abominations after that. We get the Royal Laboratory, see if there's anything worth researching for the time being. Still getting the gold come in. Still researching, sort of like damage and protection, basically. So we're going to meet up with our buddies over here. Now that looks like another undead base, so probably don't want to poke too far there. There's King Yimeron. Big guy for you. See if he drops any fat loot. He won't, but we'll get some apothecaries going down. The irony is one of those upgrades was if one of your abominations dies, it spawns these maggots. Well, I typically try to save all of my units if I can. So I'll try to not lose anything, but hey ho. I forgot I got the coils as well with this girl. So I can just actually coil my units up that way. I forgot about that. So, remembered now. Alright, let's get some abominations. We've got some units down here for some reason. I guess they are going to let me know that I'm about to get attacked from below. So probably before I go venturing any further, pull back a little bit. Keep upgrading these apothecaries. Work on the dark ranges for my ranged DPS and abominations for now. And then when I can fit in any more farms, I guess I'll carry on doing that because they're going to be useful.
What joy is there in this curse? What are we slaves to this tongue?
Hello, Bra with Knife. Hello, Silverine. Yes, let's give this a cheeky sow. I was going to say sow. We can get ourselves up onto high ground if he's going to push with that Lich. We don't know. So you've now got Noxious Cloud. That's a DPS, but you apply that to a unit and then it affects others. Oh wow, we've got quite a few options from the Royal Laboratory. Shadow Claw, so that boosts ghouls, not worried about that. Vengeance, that's okay with Banshees, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, mass minus armor, it's nice, but Curse is really good actually. It's hard to tell really what to go with that. That's just ethereal form for Banshees. Regenerative Flesh is always going to be good, so gotta basically get that. Not too worried about Dark Arts. Forsaken Plague gives meat wagons. And Virulent Towers, the Forsaken Plague ability. Just like the Disease Cloud. Plague creates a cloud of plague that does damage to units that are near the cloud of the plague. Is that not what I upgraded with these guys? It's not Disease Cloud, it's something, it's a different type. So maybe get that as well. And get some meat wagons in there. Allows abominations to store maggots inside their body, which crawl out after the abomination dies to fight. Spawn 4 maggots with 75 health, quick attack and movement speed. I don't know if you get to keep them permanently or what. I don't particularly want to lose my abominations, but whatever. We'll just get all of those. So we'll get a couple of meat wagons as well. Bolster up the forces. Keep upgrading our apothecary as well when we can. I assume he's going to be okay. He's alright. And if he dies, then I'll take his base and get some more fat gold. So it does look like I haven't got attacked by green. I was kind of waiting for that to happen, but it hasn't. So assumably, if I venture back over here, I shouldn't get into too much trouble. Hello, Majenka. So yeah, when we can get the apothecary, we will work on it. Don't really need any more workers. You only need these guys to get wood over time or to build. Wood is obviously a bit of a concern, but I'm not too worried. That extra ghoul might be nice, but I'm not going to go over the upkeep, and I want 2 meat wagons if I can get them. Oh, he's over here.
What are we if not slaves to this torment? Very well. Absolutely. They'll never know what.
Just try and bring down a Lich real quick. Got abominations to tank here, which is nice. And all of these can put on Poison Arrow. For some reason, someone's casting Starfall, which is very nasty. We don't want that. Abominations are going to tank super easily anyway with these heavy coils. And anything that dies is pretty much either going to be another Dark Lady, but typically meat wagons will be fine as ranged DPS to some degree as well. I'm not letting these abominations actually use their ability. Captain Starfall. That's a balanced ability, isn't it? I should really silence that, to be fair, though. That's my own fault. I still got to remember how to get used to these abilities. That's a long-ass Starfall. Alright, you're down. Down and out for the count for the moment. Upgrade those apothecaries, more abominations, more meat wagons, and then get more and more upgrades as we go on. keep those abominations alive. We can do Malefication. I'd rather go closer towards their base before using it. You may as well use your ultimate as well. We're here to win, basically. There we go. Maybe get some Malefication over there, like that sort of area where they're going to be raining in. Meat wagons, raining fire from behind. Abomination's doing alright for themselves. You guys have got Howl of Terror as well, so don't forget to use that. I wonder if I'm TKing myself with those freaking disease clouds. Hopefully not. More tanky abominations, because we don't want them to die despite getting that upgrade that actually is useful if they die, but it's a weird oxymoron. I don't think oxymoron is the right word for it, but it's a weird thing. And also I like the art. Very nice. This base is just about hanging by a thread, isn't it? I should really help it, but I don't know if there's really much of a punishment for not helping it. I suppose the longer I keep them alive, the longer they're going to keep this guy off my back, but whatever. This is another way to get him off my back, is to basically just destroy the bases. So, we can get a couple of apothecaries, and an abomination, really. Play it a little bit safe. Can't just keep going mass meat wagons. So this is another base down. If you want to scout down there, that'll give me some information and we'll proceed towards the next base. Got Malefication ready again. Slowing the movement speed of ground units and preventing them from attacking. Oh, I forget. I keep thinking it does damage. It doesn't really do damage. Just sort of like, it's like a StarCraft. Can't remember what ability it was. It looks like another undead base we don't want to worry about. Okay, to get to this vehicle base, whatever you call it. Yeah, we've got to go this way round. I could take this expansion, but I think it's going to be more hassle than it's worth unless I can plonk down a whole ton of towers. So I think I'm fine for now. My small army seems strong enough. I got 2 heroes as well. That is a really bubbly plague. Don't think I'm affected by it. Looks like I don't get debuffed from it, so that's good. Don't really want to suffer debuffs from yourself. Keep getting upgrades. Ghouls are doing what they're doing. I've not been attacked yet. I don't know whether I'm going to suddenly proc an attack from the enemies, so I'm a bit worried about that. So we'll get some towers and beasts and see how we get on. Just a bit of solid defense, really.
My fate is sealed. I gladly
We
obey.
are the Forsaken. Let's get going. What are we if not slaves to this torment? We are the Forsaken.
That's just more undead shenanigans, so we want to break through this icy gate if we can. Abomination's looking real tanky. And they've also got the regenerative flesh, which heals. So they're not getting hurt. Aside from the AoE damage of the actual meat wagons themselves, they don't seem to take any damage. Actually, they are. You can see his health's going down. That's a bit... Oh well, it's not the worst thing. They can tank it, but I don't... aside from lore-wise, I don't think that should really do damage to your own units. Because then it's just... Well, okay, I can excuse it because... Oh, shit! What the fuck? Didn't I save it? Because I better go and bloody load it. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Yeah, it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's like a double-edged sword. I think a lot of abilities should work that way, but you've got to be real careful with your meat wagons then. In fact, you almost want to just attack ground. Otherwise, you're just going to keep TKing yourself.
We are the Forsaken.
Right, well, we saw a hell of a lot of strong ranged air units, so probably going to want to start working on pumping out Dart Rangers a little bit more. Apothecaries. Banshees would be good with anti-magic shield. But I don't think I'm patient enough to wait that long.
What joy is there in this curse?
I await your command.
So we'll just sit here for a moment.
Forsaken.
Build up
Excellent.
What joy is
our
there
strength.
in this curse? We are the Forsaken. There is no rest left for me.
Summon.
Let's get going.
We are the Forsaken.
Healing flasks. That's your heal. Noxious cloud. It's damage over time. I don't know. Again, I don't know if that hurts you. Right. Now we could probably try to exploit the computer,
I await your
but probably best to make sure I've got enough range units pumping out.
Let's get going.
What joy is there in this curse?
Hey,
What are
I think this guy's had enough, don't you?
what joy
Okay, well we'll deal with this whilst we're building up more of an army. Because he's just going to carry on killing my shit with this coming through. That's not good.
hardly worth the effort. I have no time for games.
Summon.
Excellent. No
What
problem.
joy is there in this curse?
Summon.
We are the Forsaken.
I'm listening. Absolutely.
What joy is there in this curse? What are we but slaves to this time?
Just try and nuke down that lich a little bit if possible.
Are the Forsaken.
Got the meat wagons spreading their poison over here.
What are we but slaves to this time?
Yeah, I better just heal yourself through that AoE.
There is no rest left for me. We are the Forsaken.
I await your command.
There is no rest left for me.
I'm listening. Let them live. Let's get going.
Is there something amiss? I've been thinking. My talents are dormant.
What are we if not slaves to this
Absolutely.
torment?
I'm here as always.
We are the
I
Forsaken.
await your command. Excellent.
There is no rest left for me. What joy is there in this curse?
Let's get going.
There is no rest.
Bastard, look at my poor meat wagons, they're getting crushed.
What joy is there in this curse?
Forces are under attack. I wish only to serve. My fate is sealed.
There is
Alright,
no
let's test one
rest
thing.
left for me.
See, anything takes damage if it's sitting there. Anything. So they just end up TKing their own stuff. You've got to be real careful with that. I'm not so sure how... I don't think that should be as punishing as it is.
What are we if not slaves to this torment? There is no rest left for me.
I await your command.
What are we if not slaves to this torment? There is no rest left for me. What are we if not slaves to this torment?
I await your command.
Where's the skeleton, bro?
There is no rest left for me.
Excellent.
What joy is there in this
I
curse?
await your
I
command.
bid you, Master.
What are we if not slaves to this
I
torment?
await your command.
What joy is there in this
Let's get
curse?
going.
Let's poke at Syndragosa then.
No problem. I
Jeez,
await your
it's big.
command.
Very big.
Excellent. No problem. Absolutely.
Huh.
Cry from mercy.
There is no rest left for me.
Oh, that one got it.
No problem.
We are the Forsaken.
Absolutely. Let's get going.
Let's nuke down these bad boys.
There's no rest left for me.
I await your command.
Try and nuke them down, please. And then just bolt everything else. With the apothecaries, the mass stuns.
Joy is there in this
I
curse?
await your command.
Very well.
These bloody meat wagons though. They're spreading that everywhere. But I suppose it's my tankiest stuff and my heroes in the way, so it's not so bad.
Slaves to this torment.
I await your
Okay, well that's a nice wave cleared without Syndragosa included, so that's good for
We
us.
are the
I await
Forsaken.
your command.
The moment is upon
We
us.
might be able to do the next wave,
Very
but I
well.
doubt I'll get away with that. Syndragosa's pretty close.
My will is my own.
Yeah, she's coming.
Let's get going. No problem.
What are we?
Get any bolts on this action would be nice. I wonder if Sindragosa can constantly get bolted. Oh, nice. Spread these out a little bit. She's got a silence on her. I like that. I like that she's so crazy. Batshit crazy. Where's my silence? Where's my silence at? It's freaking all over the place. At least Sylvanas is tanking this, because Sylvanas can freaking take a hit. I can't... don't think I've got Dispel on me. So all I can do is sit here and take this for the time being. Ah, well, Sylvanas has got this. She's fine. And also my base is being torn to pieces, so that's just as well. I've built some stuff there. Good to see my guys backing me up. A lot of neat stuff. Aye! Enough with the silence. I want to see some storm bolts. Yeah, storm bolts work. Just basically cast those intermittently. Just slowly keep us stunned. Razor sharp icicles on the armor shell deal 30% of an enemy's unit melee attack damage back to it. Also increases the armor of the hero by 3 when worn. How this turned into armor, no one knows. It's okay. It's alright. Better for a tanky hero though. Am I being attacked by someone ganking me after that? After my hard work. Abominations are doing a really nice job tanking. We can actually keep venturing into other upgrades now at this point, because we're getting close to the 80 food mark anyway. Ah, okay. So there's nowhere to venture anymore over here. But there is a fire crawl base. Unless I destroy the trees and get to it. But I assume you come through this undead base over here. You guys can carry on following with your repair mechanic. I'm crafty like that. Poor Sylvanas doesn't have much mana. But her ultimate isn't all that good anyway. It's okay. Saving is not worse than map hacking. Sexy time. If you've seen any of these freaking campaign playthroughs, I think you'll understand how important it is that I bloody save the game. It's nice that the enemy, or rather the AI, is having its own little epic battles over here. Especially with characters that you've already seen in the game. Let's see if we can get in there. Ooh. Let's see if we can get some heals on you, because you're getting real screwed, aren't you? Apparently you guys are doing all the tanking. That's not how it's supposed to work. Ah, I see. It's the heroes and stuff like that, or it's just their powerful units. The abominations are getting stuck in there though, they're having a good time. And if the abominations do die, we finally get to see the maggots in work. So let's see some maggots spray. There we go. Oh, they're quick little buggers, aren't they? Yeah, we'll take that. And that's you pretty much taken care of. We even got some of the Blood Elves helping us out with their chocobos. It's so funny. They're awesome as well, to be fair. How much gold have I got left? Still got a fair bit. More upgrades. Is anyone ganking from behind, or is that a buff? That's a buff that you cast. Loforma. There's no gold mine to steal though here. So what were you doing over there? Okay, well now we've done that, I'm sure you're going to want us to help out in some other job of saving the Alliance, but to be fair, the frickin' Horde are doing their job. I wonder if the Horde sort of keep up with you. Like, the campaign is sort of coded in such a fashion that the more you progress, the heavier the Horde siege this undead base. So for example, if I still hadn't got anywhere and I hadn't even killed one base, and the same amount of game time had passed, this whole base is still completely intact and fine. But because I've been making progression, the Horde then also make as much progression. I have put your people to rest. Are you and your sisters ready to join the fight? To stand alongside the Forsaken and partake in our shared vengeance? As so we swore, so it shall be. My sisters and I shall stand at your back, Dark One. Your enemy is our enemy, and we shall follow until death. Who are you? What are you doing here? Lady Sylvanas, My commander, Farisa Windrunner, has been captured by the undead. We tried to... Who would you dare? Who would dare? The Scourge, my lady, they took her off to the heart of Kel'Thuzad's base. If you are lying to me, I swear it's the truth. If we do not hurry, I fear they might turn her into one of their own. Let's go then. You have your chance to impress me, Falkir. Let's hope for our sakes you do not disappoint. You see that little frozen armor around her neck? It's even got its own graphics. You go, Sindragosa. Leave me alone. Get out of my head. It's you. Well, well, my little servant. But you were defeated. But not destroyed. You're not real. Quite the contrary, darling. No, impossible. Faline, you're mine. You have been mine from the beginning. Come with me. There is work to be done. No, I won't. I promised. Okay, she can do that better than me. That's it, precious corpse then. It is time to meet your true potential. Hello. The plot thickens. Looks like we've got some upkeep action going on here. You lads want to get building some farms? Farisa's dead. I see. It's that imminent, is it?
I wish only to serve.
Okay, well let's see what we're working with, shall we?
There is no rest left for me.
I'm getting some pings over here, so maybe I'm going to come back down here and see how those guys are getting on.
Is there in this correct life? We
Well,
are
thank
the
you, Sarah, for one.
Forsaken.
You can train Falkir in 2 different colours. Well, that's fancy. I would if I had cash for them. So typically I normally, you know, stash a bunch of cash. But not this time. No, no, no. And I'm paying the price. Okay.
Summoning is complete.
We are the Forsaken.
My light has
Okay. Well, I'm not even... Am I even getting any gold out of that mine? I am, just about.
There is no rest left for me.
Right, well, we got our meat wagons, so we got 4, so we can do a little bit of sieging, pulling the enemy out, but that's a bit of a difficult angle to attack from. Don't think either of these angles is going to be particularly useful. Looks like I get to keep these units, and I get a priest. I do lose Faline though, that's a shame.
They died so what?
Oh god, these girls have got some abilities.
What joy is there in this curse?
Master, which of us is truly worthy of the title of champion?
Right, raise dead. Well, that's always going to be good. Animate dead, not good. Spirit sacrifice, last resort power, brings back to life. The corpses are 6. Wow, that's really good. So we're probably going to want that one. So you don't want to burn through your mana too much on raise dead actually. You might just want to save it for spirit dead. I'll see if I can keep an eye on them, but we'll see. Stick them into air form as well. Makes them easier. Hey, you both got the same abilities. Just
They died so what?
What are we?
I'll show Master which of us is truly worthy of the title of champion.
I just keep hearing the World of Warcraft raid, which is basically what this is from. Anyway, I don't want to take too bloody long, because the time is ticking.
My will is
But we've got to assess the situation, don't we?
our forces are under attack.
what joy is there in this curse?
See if I can pull more.
I have no time for games.
Get a little bit more pulled in.
Are we going to
Quickly, stop them!
Actually, to be fair, we might just barge in here. I don't think we've got all that much time to waste.
They died so
There is no rest left for me.
what?
Still, these
They died so
girls do pretty good damage, to be fair. They suck heavily versus like anti-air,
What are we?
and that's nice. I've got a My Blood Elf boys helping me out over there. Might just want to focus on meat wagons actually more than the Valkyrie themselves. Just because it's more siege and potential. Where you going, bruh? Let's keep this moving.
Hardly worth the effort. There is no rest left.
Anything else to pull whilst the rest of my army is basically jumping along?
We are the forsaken.
Looks like it.
I will aid you. What are
Oh, yep.
slaves to this
Oh, yes. You girls might want some poison arrows up in there. Let's get some silence up in there. Let's get my ultimate up in here. Let's get going. If the abominations die, then you can get the meat wagons spreading their lovely poison all over the shop. So anything that does die here, I don't think I have lost any units, to be honest with you. But if anything does die, then I can always use one of these Valkyrie's ultimates. Oh, you've kind of run out of mana with that. Yeah, I've got to be a bit careful with that. They have really burned through mana far quicker than I was expecting with that raised dead. So I'm going to have to save that up like mad if I really want to get much value out of it. Alright, let's just jump in here because we're going to get absolutely choked if we hang here much longer. So we're going to jump inside of this base. It's not ideal, but we're going to do what we got to do. Get some heals from these guys, although they're all going to die. You're all there. And this also gives some space for the Blood Elves to jump in as well. Looks like we're doing quite well versus the armies though, to be fair. Like, this army composition seems to work quite nicely. The abominations are tanky as heck, so no real problems there. Don't have any cheeky heals for you. I suppose if you do get attacked by the gargoyles, I can just send you onto ground form, which is pretty awesome. I don't think there's any ability in Warcraft 3 melee that allows air units to... actually, no, that's true. There is. It is Garg form, or rather, you know, stone form with the gargoyles, but they can't move at ground pace. So this is interesting to me. I don't know whether gargoyles can be programmed to do that, whether that is from the gargoyles. Because look, it goes to ground form, just like the gargoyles would, but it can then move. It's not just like this stationary object that does nothing. So that's quite fascinating. I think these abominations and meat wagons kick ass. Still a little bit iffy on that upgrade though. Okay, you've almost got enough mana back, but I have lost units, definitely. But I don't know whether they were all kept together, so I might not raise everything. There's that lonely priest. What use are you, eh? And these guys are giving up. They feel like they've done enough. Thrall's still giving these guys a hard time. So, Jaina, let's come around here. I don't feel like I've used these apothecaries very much. I want to use them more than I do, but they are a little bit of effort, to be fair.
There is no rest left. They died so very well. And joy is the increase. They died so. There is no rest left. Master which of us is truly worthy of the title of champion. What joy is there in this curse?
I do like those voices though.
We are forsaken.
I'll show the master which of us is truly worthy of the title of champion. They died so.
Trying to heal up a little bit, whilst the meat wagons push forth.
What are we but slaves to this torment? The moment is upon us.
Stop them!
We
You would be in big trouble if you didn't have a large army when that basically starts off. Okay, time for the ultimate. Get those banshees ticking.
what are we but slaves
A little bit blocked here, but we'll have to see what we can get up to. Ah, we have got the reincarnation spirit sacrifice. I don't think it's usable though at this point. If I am going to lose one of these, I want to put them onto the floor so they can probably resurrect, to be fair. These gargoyles are a big problem though. See, put her into stone form. So she does die. She dies in the form, maybe leaves a corpse. But to be honest, I don't think she does leave a corpse. So there goes my plan to resurrect them. Nope, can't resurrect those. Okay, learned that the hard way. Don't have much in the way of anti-air, so I could have been building reinforcements, but I suppose I got a little bit focused on everything else that was going on. So it's just basically up to my Sylvanas now. Although to be fair, I think we've pretty much done it. She's rescued! Save her! And she's fine, she can just heal herself.
I have no time for games.
There we go, that's how it's done. Well done. Sylvanas, I can't thank you enough. Had you only moments later. But I wasn't, so let us not dwell on that. I'm glad you aren't hurt, Farisa. I knew I was right to trust you, Sylvanas. Come, we must join the battle. They're sure to have missed us. She's back. She keeps getting one-shotted and getting back up again. She's a pretty tough girl. Unleash the plague. Oh, I know what this is. If anyone's played World of Warcraft, except it wasn't her that did it, but... What? What is happening? This is not over. What has happened here? It seems everything has been consumed by some kind of plague. Oh no, it can't be. Feline! Feline! What are you talking about, Sylvanas? This is your doing? You killed all of our warriors? There she is, Sylvanas. You will answer for this, Banshee Queen. I knew that you were a monster, but at least I thought you were a monster on our side. King Varian, I can assure you this was not my doing. Who else would have done this? We can figure this out, but jumping to conclusions helps nothing. This infighting is exactly what Arthas would want. My lady, did you like it? It performed above expectations, did it not? I thought it was time for the field test, and it met and exceeded all of our expectations. You, how dare you betray me, apothecary? I should have known. I see, you're too weak, Sylvanas. You cannot take the necessary steps. The Forsaken do not need a weak queen. Look, and see that you are not what we need. We will no longer follow you, for this is the hour of the Forsaken. Was it the Forsaken? I didn't read it. Did you not see this, War Chief? This gestures that Sylvanas is what you shelter under your banner. She is no better than the Scourge. Certainly, you must see this. You must know that I had knowingly possessed such a weapon. This war would be over. I would have thrown it at the heart of Arthur's thrice-damned citadel. And you expect us to believe that? After what we found in your dungeons? And you claim that I am some soft-hearted concern in Arthas? Do you still serve him, Banshee? We should just end you where you stand. Enough! My boy! Varian, I will deal with Sylvanas, as you pointed out. She is Horde, and therefore my responsibility. To attack her now, as justified as she would be seen as an act of war. We would be doing Arthas's work for him. I see your point, War Chief. I may not like it, but know that if retribution is not dealt, I am aware. There are yet bigger concerns, my friend. You're disgusting. How does it feel to become the very thing you hate? Come on, let's go. Will you turn your back to me, sister? I cannot claim you as my sister, Sylvanas. My sister would never have allowed such travesty. I'm sorry.